Mike, of course, coming back into a home fixture this weekend. Of course, you had a lot of action under your belt last weekend at a couple of games, Saturday and Monday, so obviously quite a few changes through the team between those two games. But off the back of those, how are things looking kind of fitness-wise? How's training been this week?
Training's been good. Obviously, give the boys a couple of days to recover. Obviously, didn't have any days off over the bank holiday. So yeah, obviously we've got suspension with Luke. Wheelo will be slightly more extended than we anticipated, which is disappointing. But yeah, he's already starting his rehab. On that front, we've got Panny joined in light training today, still not allowed contact. But yeah, he's getting closer, but that's a slow burner, but positive news on that front. And yeah, everyone else, Mags obviously picked up a knock. He won't be in contention for tomorrow. So yeah, slightly thin on numbers, but everyone else is fit and healthy and really looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Mags there. What kind of was it specifically that he sustained on the Monday?
It was, he won't be long. He did some really intensive running today, but it's just, ankle ligaments, so he just rolled it and it was difficult with his mobility. So yeah, but yeah, he looking good today, so he won't be far off.
Yeah, and for the rest of the boys who are available, of course, you got minutes into quite a few people over the course of the weekend, with there being changes for Monday's game, quite a few lads who were kind of getting their first start of the season and that type of thing. So I suppose, does that give you a bit more options ahead of tomorrow in terms of that, you're not maybe looking at lads and thinking, well, they haven't had too much football, so we can't really start them and that type of thing?
Yeah, I've got some decisions to make. Obviously, wanted to freshen it up last week, and they've given me some headaches. Obviously, Joe coming in first minutes for a while. Tommy, Mags obviously won't be available, but Aiden, they all did really well. So it's really pleasing on that front. And again, everyone in our squad are going to get opportunities moving forward, and we've got to understand that. But I can only pick 11, so it's going to be a difficult one for tomorrow, but one that we relish. Yeah,
and Oldham visiting the stadium tomorrow, of course, in front of the TV cameras as well. But on Oldham specifically, of course, they haven't had the start of the season I imagine they would have hoped for, but still a side who are stacked with a wealth of experience from higher levels and at this level and all that type of thing. So I suppose, is it maybe similar in a sense to Woking, where the league table maybe doesn't give you a 100% indication of what kind of side they can be if they turn up on the day?
Yeah, I think we can safely say we ignore the form book, and anything going into this. They're a league club, got league manager, league players they've recruited from the league. We know how hard it's going to be. Obviously, I think the cameras being there really throws the form book out the window anyway, and it's going to be really hard fought competitive game, and one, like I say, we want to test ourselves against the best teams, managers, players as we possibly can, and that's what we're going to find tomorrow.
Yeah, and on the TV and the camera aspect, obviously it'll make the stadium probably look and feel a little bit different to usual tomorrow. But do you just kind of let the boys deal with that themselves, or do you try to sort of manage how they look at everything in terms of the whole spectacle, I suppose, being a bit different to your usual weekend game here?
Yeah, we don't do too much, just everything that comes our way, we just try and channel it, whether that's positivity, criticism, anything. Like I say, cameras, the opposition, we just try and channel everything. Obviously we've got a way of playing, and everyone understands the roles and responsibilities, and the ceiling on that is extremely high. But we've got a lot of improvement and development to do in all of the areas. So obviously what you've heard me speak about before is noise, like the TV cameras. I mean, it means nothing to the arousal of our players and how much we want to win the game. So, and any extra emotion, we just channel it into making sure we're focused and we're prepared.
Of course, yesterday yourself busted Archie and Wheelo were at a sort of supporters talk in, obviously a bit of a different thing, getting some questions and things just fielded straight from them. But I suppose, how was that, having the direct line yesterday, and I suppose just having a bit of a two-way conversation with some of the supporters in attendance as well?
Yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable. It's nice to see the boys in a different environment and speaking. Certain, like I said, Archie, Wheeler were very, very good, very calm and spoke very well. But some lads, it's out of their comfort zone, so you see different sides of people, which is always interesting. But no, good to get that dialogue and that rapport with the fans. Obviously, there's been things touched on before about, and Busty really, articulated it well in terms of we've got a collective vision and goal and we all want the best, and the more we can unite in that vision and understanding of what pulls from us and detracts, the better, so we can all just come in, enjoy the game, but we can add to the chances of us winning and making sure we're boosting the lads and like I say, explaining that to the fans, and for them having that understanding and speaking to ourselves about how the frustration sometimes can be hard to deal with, which is human nature. But like I say, this is their club, we're custodians for now, we're just trying to do the best we can, and hopefully when the day comes we do leave, it's in a better position. But we've just got sole focus on one vision at the minute, and that's beating Oldham tomorrow.
Yeah, and with tomorrow, obviously, like we say, being live on TV, not only an opportunity for yourselves to showcase the club on the pitch, but also an opportunity for the supporters to showcase it off the pitch as well.
Yeah, like I say, it's exposure. Always like to touch on the reality of where we were kind of 3-4 years ago and how far we've come. But ultimately, all put aside, we just want to win the game, and that's where my true attention is right now.